Welcome back, everybody, to your three-man booth Super Bowl edition. Woo! The last game of the season.
We made it. We made it.
I know. We completed the year. That's actually an accomplishment. Hopefully, we'll complete the Super Bowl. I'm Dan Salem with Phil and Bud. We're going to lay down our favorite and then top 5 prop bets for the Super Bowl 55. Chiefs, Buccaneers. Guys, any thoughts on the game before we lay down these bets?
I'm hoping for an offensive explosion, but I don't know if we're gonna get it. But I think hoping for it. I'm hoping. Listen, as I say every year, I don't really care as much about the game as I care about winning my Super Bowl squares. So that's what I'm rooting for.
Okay. Well, Brady's an old man. He hasn't played this late in the season in a couple years. I don't know if we'll get noodle arm Brady, but we'll see. That would be unexciting, but we'll see. Phil, you are the prop bet manifest. I don't know. I'm blanking on a good adjective to describe you, but you picked out a couple fun ones. Let's start with a couple fun ones before we get.
You mean I'm the gambling aficionado?
Here we go. I like that. Yes.
Well, if Connecticut would get their act together and get their greedy hands out of each other's pockets, we can get some sports betting around here. But until next year, maybe by this time next year, I can finally put some shekels on this. But so there's 1,000 prop bets out there. So I found a quick little slate with some interesting ones. And I think the funniest two that we've come up with or that we've seen is which coach is going to have his nostrils seen first. Andy Reid is a plus 150. Bruce Arians is minus 250.
Yes. So, Bud, we're going to throw this to you because Phil and I were debating before the show. Andy Reid wears a face shield and then often has a mask under it. Bruce Arians wears a mask. Both men wear large masks. Whose is going to slip?
This is quite the question. I think it's Andy Reid.
And
I'm writing these down this year.
And the only reason why I think it's Andy Reid is because if you look at him, his mask is only being held on by one strap. Eventually, that thing's got to go down.
And he's got that giant mustache, so.
And
right.
And when you're wearing a face shield, I've worn them once to the airport, and then I gave up on it. You're less inclined to wear the face mask because you feel covered. So I tend to agree that he would let it slide because he has the shield. I think
you're going to Reid.
I'm going to go Reid too.
All right, just to be fun, I'll pick the favorite. I'll go with Bruce.
Okay. See, I hate to make the pick where you're like negative 135 or whatever because you don't really win. I mean,
I know. Well, you're right. See, the thing is, I think this one's going to come down to who wins the Super Bowl, which coach wins the Super Bowl, because at some point that mask is coming down. So you're going to see. It's going to happen. It's like you're not going to have a winner.
So when the colored liquid gets poured on them at the end, the mask will come down. Which
I think so. That's when I think we're going to see it. To be quite honest with you, but it's still a fun one.
It used to be called Gatorade. Is it not a lock anymore? It seems to have Powerade or something else now.
I don't think Powerade exists anymore.
I think it's Gatorade.
Because maybe they just don't want to give them the nod because it's the bet for colored liquid.
Yeah, colored liquid. So you got orange, red, pink, yellow, green, lime is one. Purple, clear, which is basically water.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you can have water.
Whoa. Or
blue. I don't know why blue's plus 700. I guess blue's not popular.
No, but why would you lump yellow and green together? I think that's almost
because they're probably not like dark green. It's like lime green, so it looks yellow.
Okay.
Because listen, someone had an issue many years ago, so now they had to lump it together. That's why
I'm gonna pass on this one. I don't want to make a. This is an absurd bet. Please don't bet on.
Come on, it's one of the fun ones. Come on, you're picking a color.
Okay. I'm gonna go with the yellow green lime plus 400.
All right.
I'm gonna go with the red. It always seems to be red.
Red's plus 300, so it's more. But orange is the favorite. I don't know why. Anyways, Phil,
I don't know why purple. Purple seems odd.
Well, do they color them based on the team colors? Because then
no, I don't
think
so.
And Tampa's red, so then red's a good choice.
That's good thinking, though.
Yeah, or it's water. It's clear.
Right, water's clear. All right, I'll go orange.
Oh, you're gonna go orange. You're going with a favorite again. Okay.
Yeah, I'm a little bit of a favorite. I want to be a little different here.
I agree.
All right. The one that I think we have to do no matter what, I know it's 50-50, but we got to bet heads or tails.
Okay.
I'm going heads.
Well, I always pick heads. I don't know.
All right.
I'll go tails because you guys picked heads.
There we go.
They're both in a negative 105. It's a terrible bet. Don't.
No, of course. It's fun.
All right. So I think. Can I give one lock?
Dan's got a lock.
I think I lock. How many times will Bill Belichick be mentioned? I think more than once, even though it's negative 175, is kind of a lock, especially if they're including halftime. How could you not talk about how many times Belichick and Brady have been at the Super Bowl? Less than once. So it's really 1 or 0, I guess. I don't know how you can get negative numbers, but
that's it. It's either 0 or once.
Oh, well, there's no.
He's going to be mentioned way more than one time.
I think
so actually, once is a push because it says more than once is minus 175, less than once is 135. So it has to be 2.
I think the real bet is, will Bill Belichick be mentioned within the first 10 minutes?
You know what? I bet you can find that somewhere.
Yeah, because I'm like, how do you not mention this guy's name?
All right, so we do. So you think that one? So Dan thinks it's a lock. Bud thinks it's a lock, and I think we all think that one's a lock.
Yeah, especially with the news that Stafford refused to get traded to the Belichick and the Patriots, and Aaron Rodgers, and they need a quarterback. Anyways.
All right. And you wanted to do the Chiefs first touchdown, right?
Yes, I like Chiefs first touchdown. Your long shot, Le'Veon Bell, is plus 1,600, bud. I like Travis Kelce at plus 350. I think Kelsey's got a real shot at scoring that first touchdown, and everyone's a plus. I mean, Tyreek Hill's plus 320. He's the other favorite, but I like Kelce.
I'm gonna think. I got to think Tyreek Hill.
Tyreek Hill, yeah.
Well, first off, Le'Veon is not even like a factor in the offense. He didn't even play last week because he was hurt.
No.
So
I think it's like an homage that they included him on the bet here. It's kind of like.
Oh yeah. So I'm gonna go CEH because I'm gonna hope it's first and goal at the 1, and they just punch it in. That's what I hope.
Clyde Edwards-Helaire. You got plus 370.
It's gonna go to Kelce. Yeah. I like your Kelce pick, but just to give CEH a little nod.
Well, it's not on this list, but is there a bet of whether Le'Veon Bell will actually get on the field or not? Because I'm not convinced he's going to play at all.
I wouldn't be surprised if he doesn't play.
You can call Vegas and probably get whatever you want.
Okay, fair enough.
They're all hurting for money. They'll take any bet right now.
Do we do the Buccaneers first touchdown since we did the? I don't really like it.
We'll do that last. Sure, well that'll be our last one then.
Okay. There was one other that I really liked. Tom Brady's longest completion. It's either over or under 38.5 yards. I'm jumping on he's an old man bandwagon. I think it's the under, which is a plus 100. The over is negative 125. I don't know who they think that he's going deep to, but anyways, I don't mean to be biased, but you guys got your opinions.
Well, hold on a minute. So, does it have to be in the air?
I don't believe so.
Longest completion.
Oh, right. Okay. Yeah. So okay. But if you throw the ball for 5 yards, Phil, and he runs for 60, is that the longest completion?
That's still a 60-yard completion. Yeah.
I believe that counts. Yes.
So then I'm going to say over.
Okay.
Right. You know he's gonna throw one bomb to Godwin. Goodwin, whatever his name.
Yeah, and Mike Evans.
And listen, he was throwing the ball 45 yards the other day.
I guess I just have a thing about picking against Brady in the Super Bowl, especially now that he's, I'm going to say it again, an old man, probably not much older than us. But anyways, go ahead, Phil.
No, I'm going to say over too, just for the. Bud made me think about it. I didn't think taking the 5-yard dump pass for a screen or something for.
Oh, I have no doubt he's going to throw a 50-yard bomb to Antonio Brown to try to prove he can. But I don't.
Doesn't matter if he catches it.
Right, or if they not defense. I mean, the Chiefs' defense is underrated. Tampa Bay's got the better defense, but right.
I tell you, if I had the ability to make this, I would make it again. Maybe again next year. But I feel like this is one of those games where they're going to throw the ball a ton. So I think a Brady completion number would be, I would take the over. I don't even know what it is. Not completion. I'm sorry, attempts. I would take that all day.
You don't see Leonard Fournette having himself a game?
I think they're going to throw the ball a lot. There was that one game Tampa played in the middle of the season. They ran the ball 5 times. Ran the ball 5 times all game.
No, I know. But and Tom Brady can throw the little passes all day.
Well, here's the thing. They have to keep up with the Chiefs, right? The Chiefs are going to score. The Chiefs are going to score at will. So you're not going to play catch up running the ball. So I just, if I could find it, I would love the Tom Brady attempts over number.
Or what they're going to do is they're going to run the ball and they're going to control the clock and keep the ball out of Mahomes' hands.
That could absolutely happen.
I was going to say, if their defense can stop them on 2 drives, then they absolutely want to play that slow the game down strategy. I don't know if they can stop them.
All right, so then overall, Chiefs -3. We might as well pick it since we're here.
Oh yeah, I like the Chiefs -3. So.
Yeah, I'll take the Chiefs -3.
I am too, and that sucks because now Tampa's going to win because we're all picking the Chiefs.
I just don't see Tom Brady winning this Super Bowl. I'm a little surprised he got this far. I really don't see him having a good game. I mean,
I said to both of you at the beginning when we did our show about the playoffs, I picked Kansas City and Green Bay, but I also told both of you, don't sleep on Tampa Bay.
Yeah.
For whatever reason, it's just Tom Brady, and he just knows what to do during the playoffs. He does enough to win. He threw 3 interceptions. I mean, he's very lucky. Very lucky.
He has had back-to-back bad games. So it's icy water. Green Bay did not do anything with those 3 picks.
Oh,
no.
2 of them, they went 3 and out, I think.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if he even throws 1 to Kansas City, the game's over, in my opinion. I don't think their defense is that great to slow down the Chiefs.
Not in the air, it's not.
No, the Chiefs don't care about running the ball. So,
yeah.
Well, the last time these 2 teams played, Tyreek Hill had 200 yards receiving in the first quarter.
Oh, that was that game?
Well, there are usually some bets on the halftime show. Do you guys know what there's going to be a halftime show, I assume, right? I didn't see them on our list, unfortunately.
Yeah, it's the weekend. It's the weekend.
Oh, the weekend. Okay, I like him.
Dan probably knows them personally.
Yeah. No, not quite, but pretend. And you also missed the national anthem. The time. That's stupidest. I love that bet, but it's stupid.
Yeah, there was definitely some key ones that are usually staples not on this list, but like you said, this was just a couple of highlights.
All right. Okay, we can get back into the game. Any other bets you guys want to jump on, or was that the end of our locks?
I think we're good. I think we got 5 of them, so that's
okay,
good.
Perfect. Any other thoughts on this actual matchup here? I mean, it's historic. I don't know.
Well, so it is kind of, I don't know what the word is. Funny, poetic justice. I don't know. Tampa finally gets a home Super Bowl, but there's going to be no fans in there to give them the home field advantage. You're going to have 20-something thousand fans, but half of them are going to be first responders, which is great, by the way. But there's no, there's a home field, but there's no home crowd. So, it finally happens, and there's really no huge advantage in my eyes.
Is that a 20,000? Is that a third of the stadium? Is it a 60,000 seat stadium? Do you know?
It's probably closer. Yeah, it's probably somewhere between 60 and 80. I don't know the exact number, but.
And I mean, they're going to spread them out, so it's going to look. I don't know. I wonder if they're going to have to show us the crowd, and then it's not going to be busy.
Green Bay looked like it was a packed house from far away, but when they zoomed in to there was just people, seats, people. Like, they did a really good job of spreading it out, but also making it look full. So
that's cool.
Yeah, I think they did a pretty good job in Green Bay.
Yeah, I missed that shot.
Yeah, I don't know how I don't know how they're going to spread it out, but.
Well, I know we usually have a Super Bowl party, and we're not this year. We're just doing a family party. Are you guys having Super Bowl plans, Bud? You're always on vacation.
He's going to Disney.
Yeah, we're if we can get out, we're going to Disney, and so we're gonna be there for if the Super Bowl MVP is gonna be there. We'll be there on Monday.
That's cool.
If it's Tom Brady, I'm not going.
Why don't you just go to the Super Bowl?
Yeah, it's like an hour drive, 2-hour drive, maybe.
I'm not that interested.
That's fair. You have your
I'm more interested in staying away from people
yes.
as much as I can.
Yeah, but he's going to Disney.
He's going to Florida. Yeah. Good luck with that.
But anyway, it doesn't matter.
Yeah,
but
no, it doesn't matter.
I'm just hunkering in front of my TV in the hotel room, and that'll be that.
Yeah, I was trying to convince my neighbors to have an outdoor setup with a projector, and we'll put it on one of the sides of the houses, and I was getting a little traction until I saw the weather coming up this weekend, or Sunday, and I don't think anyone's sitting outside watching football, so we're probably going to watch it by ourselves, and I got to run over to Costco and get some, Super Bowl type food, and I'll just watch it myself. Like I don't want to, but what are you going to do?
All right. Well, that outdoor would have been good with the heat lamp, but not with the snow. So.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like 30 and maybe snowing and raining, so not ideal conditions.
Yeah, we're just gonna have a small family party ourselves too, but we'll definitely cook up something good.
By 6:30, so actually I'll say by 7:00, I'll be the only one watching it anyway, so it's really not gonna matter.
So it starts at 3:30 in the afternoon here. So my daughter will watch the whole game with us.
So do you prefer that, or would you prefer a night Super Bowl?
No. The afternoon is the best for having parties because they start at noon and then they go until whenever anyone gets too tired and has to leave your house. So the only issue is getting people to leave your house because the game ends at like 7:30 or 8, and you got to try to kick them out.
Yeah, over here, once the game is over, everyone usually just goes home.
But that way, like, people roll in between 2 and 4, and it's like a real whole day party type of thing because it's just Sunday, Monday type of atmosphere. So I enjoy the afternoon Super Bowl.
All right. Well, I guess we should get into the 80-pound gorilla in the room, huh?
Yeah, the quarterback carousel, or I was calling it Russian roulette for the Jets. I got an article in the works, Russian roulette, the Jets quarterback. I don't really know how I want to end it. Stafford's gone, and the price tags are so high, it's unbelievable. But
here's the question. So the question is, well, I'll ask you guys because you're probably in more of a position than New York is. But listen, 20 teams out of the NFL could probably want to trade for Sean Watson. So I guess no one's really out of it. But you saw what Stafford went for. So I guess the question is, how much of your future are you willing to mortgage to get Deshaun Watson? That's really the question because he's going to command a king's ransom. He's obviously going to command more than what Stafford got, rightfully so.
I am crossing my fingers that the Jets do not trade the farm for him because I don't want them to give up 3 number 1 picks, 3 second-round picks, and whatever the other garbage that Houston's asking for. It was like, let me see if I can find it. It was unreal.
No, they want 2 1s, 2 2s, and 2 starting young defensive players.
Defensive ends, right? Defensive players, right?
I thought the Stafford package was too high, but I know Goff's got an unruly contract, but Stafford's. Maybe he's got 5 years left. I don't know. He's played a long time. So
yeah, I think of it like in basketball when Carmelo Anthony went to the Knicks gave the house stupidly. They gave him all these players, all these picks, and it's like, all right, yeah, you got Melo, but now you got no one to play with him. So what the hell was the point of it? The cupboard is bare.
Yes, but the Rams have an excellent football team.
No, that's my thinking of when I see these massive deals with these star players. Like you have to mortgage your present and your future, and if you don't have a good enough base, then what the hell's the point of getting them anyway?
Here's how I look at it. The Jets have 10 picks this year. They have 9 next year. If you were to sacrifice a 1 and a 2 and a 1 and a 2, you're not really mortgaging that much because you basically have a standard draft because they have 2 number 1s this year and they have 2 number 1s next year. So you're still gonna get a number 1 draft pick. You're not giving up your number 1 draft picks. If you trade the number 2 overall pick this year, you still have the 23rd pick. You're not gonna get. Well, I mean, they would be foolish to give up both of them this year.
But they
would they?
I mean, you are never ever going to get a quarterback at 25 years old in his prime. Never.
Hold on, but they also want Quinnen Williams, the young defensive star, and Marcus May, the young defensive star, even though he's not under contract. They want those type of players. Like, you can't just give up everything for one guy, like Phil said. That's the problem here.
But Dan, he led the league in passing this year on a 4-12 football team.
Do you want them to lead the league in passing next year on another 4-12 football team in fourth? I mean, come on.
Well, no. What I'm saying is that good quarterbacks make weaker weapons look good.
I agree.
Now Houston
have a ton of cap room too. So
right, they have a ton of cap room, and let's be honest, Houston, their coaching was awful, and they are an awful franchise. I'm not saying the Jets or the Steelers or the Patriots, but what I am saying is that even if you gave up a handful of your picks, you're still not mortgaging the future. You still have plenty of picks, and you have $88 million in cap space. You can go out and get free agents, which, by the way, free agents will want to come and play for you now that you have a quality quarterback. And apparently the coach that most people in the league want to play for, I mean, I don't know.
So you make a very good argument. The only problem is that I believe every team that's won the Super Bowl in the last 10 years has done so with star players on rookie contracts, because you win with cheap superstars, and then you add complementary pieces that are not too expensive. There's probably an exception. If the Buccaneers win this year, they'll be the exception because they brought in Brady and paid him a ransom for it. But it's hard to envision the Jets getting over the hump if they give everything away for Watson. I'm okay giving away the picks. I'm not okay giving away the young defensive star players, because you're shooting one side of the football for the other side of the football. And that's just, he's not the only quarterback out there. I love him. He's great. He's probably the best. He's definitely the best one. And I didn't necessarily want the Jets to go after Stafford, but there are other players, and we both don't hate Darnold. So I'm like, it's just, I don't know. Yeah. Phil, you want them to trade Daniel Jones and Saquon Barkley for him, don't you?
No. Well, first of all, that's stupid. Yeah, well, that was so ridiculous. Dan Orlovsky.
Yeah.
That made news all over the place. It's like you would think the Giants are like in prime position. You do not trade Saquon Barkley. Give me a break.
Saquon Barkley coming off a knee injury and Daniel Jones for Watson. It's the same argument. That's the problem. It's the same argument.
Well, no, but that goes to my point about emptying the cupboard, right? We all know the Giants have no wide receiver help, right? They need wide receivers. That's who they should go after in the draft. That's what they should go after in free agency. So,
but Watson makes their current wide receivers look like stars. That's the argument. So and
they still need help, I guess. But
if Evan Ingram learns to catch, that's a huge tandem, Watson to Ingram.
Yeah, good luck with that. Okay. Daniel Jones was throwing him laser beams, perfect passes. He couldn't catch them. I'm fully against trading Barkley.
But if we can keep our current best players and just give away draft capital, go after them.
Well, here's the thing too.
That's how I feel.
Houston's going to be kind of be put over the barrel as the months go by, because Watson's like, I'm not coming, right? And even if they don't have to trade him, technically, he's just not going to show up, right? So they're going to force Houston's hand. So yeah, Houston may want 2 number 1s, 2 number 2s, and all these players. That doesn't mean a team has to give that up for them.
The other thing is, if everybody collectively waits till after the draft, then Houston's in a shit position because they can't even use the picks. So
that's true. That's a good point too. You're right.
Yeah, but he's not showing up. I guarantee you, he will not show up to play.
I ask you this, because the coach came out and said he took the job because Watson was there. Does that coach leave if Watson leaves?
Is anyone really leaving a head coaching job that's the first time head coach? Probably not.
Probably not. But if he's
no spring chicken, by the way. He's 65 years old.
No, and he's looking down the barrel of a 1-in-15 season or whatever.
And remember, if you get the Jets' number 2 pick or Miami's number 3 pick, which I think is kind of the dark horse leader in the clubhouse at the moment as we sit today in early February, because Miami's got a crap ton of picks too, and they're basically in the same boat as the Jets, right? They have all this draft capital, they have all this money to spend, so they're kind of in the same boat, and they're not tied to Tua at all.
Is Tua more of an attractive quarterback than Darnold? Because I'm assuming the quarterback gets lumped into this deal. I think
Not-
right.
Not to me. I would say that Darnold is the. I mean, just in a brief observation, I think Darnold has more upside than Tua. Tua just doesn't seem like he's. And I've said it all year. I don't think he's the real deal. I think if it were the Jets, you trade 2 1s, 2 2s, Sam, and then maybe Marcus Matt.
Well, they have to re-sign him first, though, right? Or does he got?
Well, that's. I mean,
see, I hate to give up May, but I guess I would do. I would be okay with.
Or
that.
maybe you give up somebody like who's the kid that they drafted in the 3rd round. He's a safety too.
Oh yeah.
Austin, I think his name is.
Yeah.
So do the Jets have to pay Darnold after March? Is that this year or is that next year?
It's this year. Well, don't they have to make a decision on his 5th year?
Yeah,
that's my question. That's what I'm saying.
Well, they're not going to give it to him, but he's got this final year as his rookie deal. Then he's a free agent, I think, basically, if they don't extend him the 1 year.
Yeah, but I mean, you're gonna.
So actually, that would make Tua more appealing because Tua's is going to be in his 2nd year. You have him locked up for 3 more years. You're paying him peanuts. If you trade for Darnold, you have to pay him next year. You have to because you traded for him.
I mean,
but you don't have to. You don't have to do anything.
You're right, but it's going to be a little more. It's going to be more expensive.
Tua's looked way worse than Darnold ever looked on the field. Darnold's got more injuries under his belt than Tua ever had in the NFL.
If Darnold, I mean, we could say this until we're blue in the face. If Darnold had good coaching and was healthy and weapons, now I know there's a lot of what ifs. He certainly has the talent. You've seen that he has talent.
Well,
he's got the arm strength.
The health thing scares me. I mean, the one thing we will say is Tannehill was injured up a storm under Gase, and then miraculously has been healthy when he hasn't playing for him. So maybe there's something to be said for your coach causing injury too. But injury history is a tough one to overcome. The other 2 things I agree with you. I think those could come together for him easily this season if he's their quarterback.
So the question is, if Watson gets traded to the Jets for a king's ransom, whatever it is, are you happy about it and you'll get over it, or are you not going to like it?
We have never had a player of his caliber on our team in my lifetime. Maybe Curtis Martin.
Ever.
Curtis Martin, but he's not a quarterback. It's just.
So you'll get over it.
I mean, Curtis Martin's a Hall of Famer. Keyshawn's a Hall of Famer, but Deshaun Watson is, oof. He hasn't won anything, but oof. Yeah, I'd get over it.
It's going to be interesting to see how long this drags out for.
What about the balls on the LA Rams calling the Green Bay Packers about an Aaron Rodgers trade? I love that.
Hey, listen, what's the worst that can happen? They say no? At least you asked.
I know. Well, and what about Stafford saying, I'll go anywhere but New England? But you got to have feelings on that one.
Makes me happy. I said to you guys last week that I would take Matthew Stafford as the Jets. And Phil, you said, are you sure you would want to do that? He's 32 years old, and he's a very good quarterback. I guarantee. How much did the Rams odds go up to win the Super Bowl next year? A lot.
Yeah. Oh, and I think Stafford. I don't know. Has he ever missed more than a game? He's been so healthy. Or maybe that was early in his career he got hurt, but he's been so healthy the last 3-4 seasons too.
He's had like thumbs and toes and stuff like that. Nothing. I don't think anything major.
Yeah. I'm sorry. This may remind me. I think Phillip Rivers never missed a game his entire career. Right? Was that an accurate stat that I saw on him? He's retired now officially. That was insane.
Yeah, I think so.
It was insane. Okay, so Rivers retired. Breeze is probably going to retire. I really got to think Roethlisberger's retiring. Brady's refusing to retire, win or lose. What about Cam Newton? Is Cam Newton done?
Yeah.
I can't believe the Pittsburgh Steelers picked up Dwayne Haskins, to be quite honest with you.
Well, that's a flyer for I don't know what the heck that was about.
You didn't sign him to be your starter. So actually, maybe we talked about this already because I feel like I'm repeating myself. That almost guarantees Ben's coming back because you did not sign Dwayne Haskins to be your quarterback of the future right now. I kind of feel Ben's coming back.
Well,
Because
Ben's got like an every other season injury bug. Like he happened to be healthy all last year. I don't feel good about him playing all full season.
Yeah, but ownership came out and said that the only way that they'll bring Ben back is if he has to take a significant pay cut.
Oh,
Because he's going to get $40 million next year.
sheesh.
And the Rooney family basically said we can't afford it. So if he wants to play, he's gonna have to take a pay cut.
And then that salary is one of the big reasons they haven't been as competitive the last couple seasons.
100%.
Yeah. Dak Prescott's still out there too, right? He's unsigned. What's up with that?
So I was hearing something interesting today that at some point Dallas can't afford Dak Prescott because they're so in cap hell. And if you franchise Dak, you're gonna have to pay him $38 million. You're gonna have to cut 4 players just to make up that salary. Like they're screwed.
So do you want the Jets to go after Dak? I'd like Dak over. Do we like Dak over Watson? Probably not. But
I don't know about that.
I think I would still take Watson.
Yeah. So the Colts. There's a lot of teams that need quarterbacks, and the Jets aren't one of them. Even though we kind of think they are. Kind of amusing. Round and round it goes. So I was calling it Russian roulette because I feel like there's that bullet that kills you and the rest are blanks. I don't know. I'm trying to figure out like if these are good moves, the Jets. I really hope they don't draft a rookie quarterback. I think that's the bullet that kills them. But
they would be if they're not going to trade out of 2. They better get Devontae Smith. They better get him, and then you get a running back at 23, or you can get a defensive end or something like that. I wouldn't be surprised though if they go offensive line at number 2, which again I think would be stupid because if Miami still has their pick, they're going to get Devontae Smith, and you're not going to want to play against him.
No, they got to pick that wide receiver.
You have to. If you put him and Mims and Crowder and Perriman, you finally have a good wide receiving core. And then you can get a running back, and then you can build the offensive line through free agency because you got $88 million.
And then we can face.
But you got to believe Sam's the guy.
I know.
That's the kicker.
Well, we got the in the Super Bowl, but yeah, go ahead, Bill.
Yeah, no, never mind. I was going to say if you're trading for Watson, then you can kiss Devontae Smith goodbye.
That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Okay.
I know. It's tough. Yeah, it's I know.
That's fine. Get Deshaun Watson, and then you know who will want to come play for the Jets? Allen Robinson.
Allen Robinson. There's a bunch of wide receivers out there.
Well,
I want one of them. I want Allen Robinson.
We got like no time. Will defense win this championship?
No.
Defense, no. Offense.
Yeah,
absolutely. Offense.
I know. That's like an old moniker. It's not happening, is it?